Hey guys, Sam Marie.
And the sun. And the trees.
I don't want to lean too far back because my ass will fall back. Look, it's hard to tell probably with this, but it's pretty decent drop here. It's a pretty decent drop. But we know we're okay. So, alchemy. For me, this is only my story. These are all my own thoughts for me. So I was thinking about, because people, like I said, people have asked me how I've been able to do certain things, alchemize certain things. Like, how did I survive certain things? And so I've asked myself, I don't have a way to prop you guys up because of the way the, tree is here. It's okay though. So I have been thinking a lot about it because it's not like a manual. It's very abstract. And so I was laying on Galaxy and he started purring, and I was laying on like his little belly and it was vibrating right here. And it came to me last night, and I voice recorded it to myself, texted it to myself because it was so profound. I'm going to share possibly some things that may be able to help some people or not. This is just visually how I see it and how I can explain it, because it's really hard to explain for me. So let's use the element of water first. Okay? Oh, all right. So in the liquid form, say someone tries to poison you. Okay? The first time it happens, you're on the ground. All this water. Oh, shit. Be doing shit. All this water, right? Poisoning you. And then you're on the ground, you think you're going to die. A lot of people do. Take what resonates for what you consider poison. Literally. For me, it was literally. A couple times people poisoned me. Tried to. And a lot of people, actually. And so the first time you may be on the ground, you may not get back up. The poisoning may take you out. The poisoning may look like you believing old thought patterns or succumbing to the symptoms of the poisoning. The next time water is thrown at you, it may be ice cold, right? And for some people, it may freeze them. It may freeze them in that moment. And so they may succumb to that water, to that freezing, right? The next time the water comes, I guess I should have written this out because it's on my phone, so I explained it better. The next time the water comes, it's drowning you. Take a breath. Some people drown. Some people end up taking their lives because they can't breathe. And because of, I won't say the steps not taken, but because of not healing or understanding the poisoning, the freezing, the other ways this element was used to take you out. Follow me? And if not, that's okay. It'll resonate one day. Hopefully. If not, that's okay too. These are just my thoughts. I don't put them on anybody. That's how I've been able to figure it out for me. And so each time that element was used to take me out, I used how to work with it. So when I knew, of course it was always after the fact, I was like, oh my God, these motherfuckers are poisoning me. Like that woman put menstrual blood in my pasta. I mean, she was the same woman who took hair out of my hairbrush. I caught her taking hair out my hairbrush. And we were two different ethnic backgrounds, races. Regardless, she was taking hair out my hairbrush. Caught her doing that. But anyway, each time these things happened, I learned how to use whatever was thrown at me. And once I realized, these things were poisoning me, whether it's the water in my old place I lived at, I knew something was up with the water because I had water test kits. Spent a lot of money on shit like that because I knew I wasn't fucking crazy. And I needed proof, right? And, Spirit knows me, I'm hard-headed. I need to have proof. So I got the proof of all these things. And so then Spirit showed me ways to cleanse myself by using Mother Earth by using different elements, what worked for me. And yes, bark had a lot to do with some things too. I know it sounds kooky. But here's the thing. There was no doctor or nobody I could go to ask about this, because the narrative is that we're crazy and it's all in your head. Like, who would poison somebody? A lot of people poison people. Are you guys crazy? Look at the vaccines you get. But I'm not, that's not a debate for this. I'm just saying. So then I looked at fire. Okay, we're only going to do 2 elements. So with fire, the first time, it's like a bow and arrow with fire on the end of it, like the one that got shot in my eye. So I got the brown mark in my eye. The bow and arrow with fire. And look at this guy. Sorry, I get so distracted with the trees. And again, it knocked me down. Oh shit, I'm burning, I'm on fire. Right? Most people stay down there. If you heal and not project at the person who's throwing the bow and stop, I would say stop, but I had to look at, things within inside myself, right? And so, first time it damn near killed me a couple times. I mean, I've died at least 7 times. I've been electrocuted thoroughly, pretty good, a couple times. I just laugh about it. And so each time, fire the first time. The second time, the fire hit me. Took a cigarette and I lit my cigarette off of it. And because I healed the first time, I may have still been afraid of that fire. I hope this is making sense. It's probably, yeah, well, it is for whoever it needs. You'll get it. So anyway, the next time I got hit with fire, there was a huge wound, this big gaping wound, and that motherfucker was hot. It was like a damn crater all over my body. Literally, because people did light lighters on me, try to put burn marks on me. That happened. People put cigarettes out on me. Just like they took knives and cut my body up in certain places. I always said there's a lot of scarring, like on my back, and areas that nobody has seen. Well, I mean, some people see, but you know what I mean. And so, and this is, happened my whole life, but especially these last couple years. And so, because I was in a space that I had no other option but to survive, because death wasn't an option, because the more these things happened to me, I realized, why would somebody or entities or groups of people come after someone like me? If I'm this biggest piece of shit, if I'm this horrible person that these people have said I am, then why do they continue to attack me? Why do they continually to throw bow and arrows with fire? Why do they continue to poison me or drown me? And this can be through words, it could be any way. So and so I really started coming to my power, realize, there must be something in me that they wanted me to forget, which they did. And so when I got burned another time, my whole field, my whole being, boom, burnt. Psh, to nothing. It's charred. The whole fucking ground was charred. But I learned in North Carolina that that's what they do sometimes to fields, to start all over. And actually that soil is, and I know there's technical names for it, okay? But that soil is really, really fertile when it's all burnt down to the ground and starting all over. And so this time when I was burnt down to the ground, I said, I'm going to till my own soil. I'm going to dig my own places and plant my own seeds. And so I used every time something was thrown at me to learn myself better, to get to know me better. How much power do I have? How can I come back from this one? I can't believe I literally walked away. I've walked away over $10,000 of my apartment I just walked away from. I literally stepped out and left a lot of I've left everything, whatever I could get in my car, because I've burnt everything down to the ground before and started over. And so when I've healed through these things, that's how I've been able to alchemize it. That's how I alchemize. See, I don't do return to sender, because everything that's sent to me, I'm like, good, I need more energy, thank you. So when all this shit is sent to me now, I take it with gratitude and thank you for everything you've sent to me, because I pull it into me. I rearrange it into love and healing and energy, and I expand. That's why I don't do return to senders. It's not about hurting people, hurt me. I mean, I don't want to hurt anybody, because that's not my MO. I use it for power. So every time this shit happens to me, it's turned into something grander. So I hope this helped. I'm out of time. Love you. Happy